Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over updated coin called Luxo. Haven't done this in a while, and in my opinion, this you have potential right here to be in what I call a bullish bad boy. A bullish bad boy. So let's go over technicals. Take a look at this thing, okay? Because I haven't done it in a while. So I'm going to go over this. Check out the RSI data. This is 2-week chart. So here's what's interesting about this coin, guys. So down here, let's see. I'm going to show you something in the see the RSI. Let me move this up. Let me move that up. Whoop. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Let me move that up. Okay, so you got a high peak on this 2-week chart. Third wave peak, massive, pulled off a fifth wave. So here's the deal with this coin. What's interesting about this coin, guys, is that it had a third wave peak in March of 2021, and it came down, did a correction, and blasted off a fifth wave. So from this point, May of to October of 21, most of the cryptos, the grand majority of cryptos, they all peaked up here. Okay. Now there's a few coins that didn't. Bitcoin went up all the way to November 21. Ethereum, I think Cardano's another one. There were some other coins, but most of them peaked right here. But this little bad boy finished off a fifth wave. Okay. Well, most of the other coins were already in a bear market. All right. So this coin has some advantages over other coins just for that reason. All right. So let's take a look at the MACD technicals on a 2-week. You can see here with this chart. Let me show you some things here, right here, this line chart. Here it is, completed a fifth wave move in, what was that date? October of 21. And it had more or less, probably count some wicks. I think it was like 91% drop onto a nice 3-wave move right there. So, okay. What does that tell you? Remember the strategy. Where's where Elliott waves comes in handy a little bit. So right here, okay. So you go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got your bearish divergence telling you it's going to do a correction. 1, 2, 3, nice drop. Check your technicals. What is that? That's a buy. Okay, that's a buy signal. And in this instance, it would have been a good buy signal, real good one, because it's up basic 250%. Okay. But here's the thing down here you want to check. You see this down here? Look at that decrease in momentum right there, guys, on that MACD histogram. Okay. So what'd you have? You had a massive amount of bullish divergence right there, guys. Boom. Okay. And then you have a 2-week MACD bullish cross on this asset. Pretty strong long-term signal. Okay. Now, can you rule out this is 1, 2, 3 and it's doing some sort of move over here instead of come swinging back down? Can't rule that out. So you have to be careful. We are in the cryptocurrency market. Remember, the most volatile asset class in the history of mankind. So things do happen. But I don't think so. Not with this coin. I think this coin is in a pretty good setup, guys. So let's go back to lower time frames and take a look at some more technicals on old Luxo here. Okay. On a daily chart. Let's check out a daily chart here on Luxo. Okay. On Luxo over here. So the volume hasn't increased yet. So people are still skeptical of this coin. You can see over here, lots of volume. People are happy about it, but it still hasn't increased yet. So Luxo, more than likely, guys, you're looking at the overall picture. Let me get rid of this, all right? You're looking at an asset. Let me go to a weekly chart. I'll show you. I'll break this down. You're looking at an asset that on this weekly chart, it came all the way back down here. You see this trend up, and it came back down, and it's over here. So you have a really good signal, a really good signal. It's going over in this area, okay? Now, like I said, guys, you can never, rule out this area because this is a very tricky area that's confused a lot of people in that area. It confused me for a little while, okay? So here's the deal. Fifth wave bearish did a correction, okay? And it's coming up, and it definitely is in something new, okay? You just take that line, and you got something new over here for sure, okay? So what I'm going to do is break that down a little bit more here on the lower time frame charts and show you what I'm seeing in that area. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's see here. All right. So now we got a 5-wave move down right here on a daily chart. You can see that. So it came down and you got bullish divergence right there. You see that? There's your 3rd wave. And then boom, right here, guys. You see that? Boom. So from that peak to that peak. So it came down in a 5-wave move. You see that. Here's a 5-wave move right here. And this all probably your B wave. You can see it in the RSI. That's your highest peak. Your highest peak's right there. That's called hidden bearish divergence. That was your signal that you got a correction right here. So A, B, C. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks good, looks good. Looks real good. Okay? So the reason you want to check this is you're trying to find out if this is going to be a corrective pattern of this. Okay? So that's why you want to do that. That's why you want to go over here, check this. Did this finish? Okay? That's what you're trying to figure out. And more than likely it did, in my opinion. Okay? So now you're over here in a wave. So we want to check this wave. So what do we got right here on the daily? You got a 3rd wave peak right there, back down. 4th, you got hidden bearish divergence telling you it's going to correct over here. So now you got an impulse wave right there. Okay? That's on a daily chart. You see divergence on the daily chart? Usually strong signal that that's going to be an impulse wave. So here's the confusing part, because now you got a spike in the RSI. Boom, right there. But what you got more than likely is a move right here, a move right here, and then it spiked up into an ABC, and it came back down in a 5-wave. So what you got is a flat. You got a flat in this area. And what you got is A, B, C. You see that? That's a flat right there. That's how you do it. Flats like to make that flat pattern. So it's kind of like you got a move right there and a move right there. So I'll take it off. Just like that. That's what flats look like, guys. Okay? Just right there. That's where it confused and ended right there. So this one tricked me because I thought I was going to come down deeper right here. I thought I was going to hit right here, and it tricked me, and I missed that. Okay? But the Luxo guys, they stayed in it, and they're doing well right here. $3.30 to $11 so far from June of 22. So Luxo did a bottom in June of 22, more than likely, guys. So now you got a wave pattern over here. Okay, so now you got your wave 2 is over here. Okay, more than likely 1 and then a flat for a 2, which is a really strong signal that it made a good base to go into this 3rd wave. So you got 1, 2, your 3, 4, and then a 5. Okay, so I'm looking at this like here, 1, 2, you got a 3, 4, and it's working on that 5. Okay, I got on these trend lines right now too, because it could be making a starting diagonal, but the issue is with the diagonal is the diagonals can't have flats in them usually, guys. That's the issue. That flat pattern right there, they usually don't have that in the middle of them. So I'm still got that on there just to be sure it is cryptocurrency, and they don't they break all kinds of these regular rules. So I'm checking this out with this up into this wave. Okay. And then it could come back down here and then get ready to go into another wave like that, guys. Back down to that trend line, back down to maybe $8 or something like that. That's a possibility. Depends on what it's going to do over here. But here's the thing with Luxo. This coin, which is pretty decent coin. Let me remove that. I'll show you something, guys, that you want to be careful of with an asset like this, because it could really take you by surprise. Okay. The issue is right here. You got 1, 2. This could be, since it's so deep, 1, 2, and then it's going to be going like that, guys. So you see, let me put this on. This would be micro. Let me do something like that, okay? So now you got that move right here. So if you see it come down to this trend, more than likely, that's going to be another little tiny second wave. That's a possibility, because this is not going to be a 3rd wave. You have you have just 2 options, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5. It'll come back over here, correct, and then go into a 3rd wave. Or this is 1, 2, and you got a 1, 2, okay? And then it's going into that 3. It'll be going into a 3 of a 3, guys. 3 of a 3, which is where you want to be in an asset like this. Okay? You want to be in a 3 of a 3. That's where it's going to really, really move. and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, your third wave would be over here, and this would be another fourth wave like this. These are just general areas. Don't count these numbers, guys, because you're just not going to know yet. So it's got bearish divergence in that area. Okay, so it did make a impulse move right here. So you got one here and then one over here. Okay, ABC. Now the bearish count is like this: ABC. Very, very odd ABC. Very, very odd ABC move. Well, let me see here. It would be, it's at a 1-to-1 right now, so you can't rule that out. You definitely can't. It's at a 1-to-1 right now with that. Let me double check that. Let me double check that again. So pull that wave. Here's an A, potentially B in the middle, and a C. So you can't rule that out. Okay. So you're going to want to see this correction on Luxo. You're going to want to see it come up and see what it's going to correct to. Okay. More than likely it comes back down on that trend. It's going to be going into this wave right over here, guys. Okay. That's what I want to do. Like I said, I missed this. I thought it was going to come deeper. I had my box. It like just barely missed it right here. And it went off onto that. But you cannot rule this out that it's potentially doing that, guys. And the reason I say that you have a good shot that it's going to be going into a 3 of 3 is just its previous wave pattern, guys. It's previous wave pattern, the bullishness behind it over here. This coin right here, the bullishness behind this wave, correction, how deep it is over here, the strength of this RSI on the weekly, okay? This is not putting off the characteristics of an ABC move over here. I mean, you can't rule it out, but it's just not. It's just not right over here, not to me. So what kind of targets, you know, obviously if it goes into a 3 of 3 and you pick it up right here at $7, it's definitely going to be working on 22 bucks, and it'll start be working on $30+ guys in that area. So let's go over Bitcoin. So here's the deal with Bitcoin. It's probably started as fourth wave. Let's see what's Ethereum doing. Yeah, Ethereum's moving a little bit. So it's probably in a fourth wave area. So let's take a look at this. Go to a 2-hour chart, right? So here's the deal with Bitcoin. You see how that's coming up? I showed me previous video. You see how that's coming up? It's giving off fourth wave characteristics, guys, just like that. That's what you're looking. So I'm thinking it's going into maybe some sort of fourth wave. So here's Bitcoin, right? Check this out. We relate this to Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin 1, 2, and maybe one, you know, this third wave, maybe down a little bit more, maybe a longer fourth wave, and Bitcoin's going to come down to these areas. So then you have maybe your pattern right here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your ABC potentially. Let's say Bitcoin does that. You can move back over here, Luxo. Back over here, Luxo. Here, I'll show you guys, like right here, right? So Luxo is coming up right here into a wave pattern, bearish divergence being formed right down there in the daily chart. And it might come right back down to those areas is what I'd be checking out, right on that trend line. Here, I'll show you. That trend line's pretty strong, guys. Look, touch, touch, touch up here, back down, touch. That would be the spot. And then touch right in there, guys. That's what I'd be checking out. And if you start seeing it like back down here and breaking down quite a bit over there, then you probably have more or less your answer with Luxo, okay? But if Bitcoin is in this pattern, which I suspect there's a good shot that it could be in this ABC, and then it might be working on a wave over here, and more likely Luxo, you know, but think about it. Think about this reasonably. If Bitcoin goes into this fifth wave, Luxo could easily pull this off. You know, remember, what do cryptocurrencies do? This is what they do. Okay, they move quick and they stay into a long drawn out correction. Then they move quick and come down into a correction, right? And then boom, 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 boom. And it'll be up to 25 bucks as an example, really, really quick. When Bitcoin's over here and it pulls off just a wave like that, or even better sometimes is that all Bitcoin needs to do is it could play over here, go into a 1, and it goes into a long correction. The rest of the cryptocurrency market already knows that Bitcoin is bullish because that's what markets do, guys. So it knows Bitcoin is bullish, and like Luxo over here can be making those moves like that, guys. So here's the price targets. I gave you guys numbers on these price targets right here. Just go to the Luxo chart and put this this pattern on here, right? Coming up to touch that because it thrust over. It very well could, guys. It very well could thrust up and bust out of there, and then come back down to these areas, more or less like $7, $8 area, high 7s, low 8s, or something like that. To me, that looks like it's going to be a completed whole wave. it's going to be a completed whole wave. It looks like it might want to do a little bit more down there and push up a little bit more, a couple more thrusts in there, and then boom, back down to there. So low 7, mid 8s, low 7s, or something like that is what I would be checking out. I want to give you exact numbers. It's got to be targets. You can't get exact numbers on these assets, guys. It's just not possible, okay? So, just generally something like that, okay? Can it come back under a little bit? Yes, it can. That'd be a throw under. Those are throw unders. Sometimes that gives you a signal, okay? Let me go over here. Sometimes it gives you maybe a signal that goes in this correction, comes back down. It might come over here, throw under a little bit, okay? And it gives you a signal. You could have a thrust up and something like that. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.